guys, so welcome back to my channel. I am back with another video which I thought I would sit down with you today and film because it's coming to the end of January. My bank is very dry, so I thought me and Mitch would stay in this weekend and I would just sit down with you and film a few videos which have been requested and a few videos which I just want to film for you guys. So I hope that you enjoy the content that I have coming up for you very soon. But yes, by today's title you can see that today I'm going to show you what is in my handbag. I have a majority of different handbags, but when I literally just go out, pop to the supermarket, need to go get some petrol, I literally always take the same one. But whereas if I was going to town, I tend to take my more expensive ones. But today I thought I would sit down and show you what is in my day-to-day handbag. So I'm literally going to get into that in a second. First we're going to turn my phone on silent because I'm getting so many tweets from Love Island on my phone. But no, we're going to get into this video straight away. I really hope you guys enjoy. If you are new here, hit that subscribe button down below and do not forget to give this video a like as well. And let's get into the video. Okay, so starting off, this is probably one of my bags which I tend to use the most, hence because I love it and it's a decent size. And I've had this one for almost a year and a half now, I think. So it's just one of my Michael Kors bags here. I literally love it so much. It literally opens up so much more, but it's literally quite perfect and there's quite a lot in here today. But I purchased this from Gran Canaria when we go to Amphi. I think it was not last August, the August just before. So as I said, I've had this for quite a while. She is still in really good condition, which I'm quite shocked at because Mitch knows that I do not take care of my stuff. I literally throw it around the place. So this for me is pretty good, that it's still in quite good condition and there's no marks or scratches on it. Touch wood. So yeah, I'm literally just going to show you guys what I keep in my bag and literally just pull it out. But again, I either wear it over my shoulder like this, or sometimes I wear it, is this called crossbody? I literally wear it crossbody, so it's literally like that over me. But no, this is literally one of my favourite bags. And it's literally the perfect size for what I need to keep in it because I keep so much rubbish in my bag. Sometimes I forget to clean it out, so sometimes I do come across a few surprises in my handbags at times. But this one I've kept surprisingly tidy, which I'm really shocked at. But I thought now I'm just going to dig that out and show you guys what I keep in here. So as you guys can probably see, it's got 3 different layers. So it's got this zip here, then this middle bit here opens up for another layer, and then it's got another zip here. So I love bags like this with different layers because then you're then able to keep more stuff in, which is good for me because, is this going to focus? Hello? There you go. Because in my bags I literally keep so much rubbish, but it's also handy because I'm known as the mum in my group because whenever we go out I literally keep everything in this bag. I'm literally like Mary Poppins, whatever anyone needs, pull it out, boom, you've got it, you're welcome. So yes, so the first thing which is in my handbag is of course my phone. Sometimes this phone cannot often fit in my handbag because I've got so much other stuff in there, but today I was able to squeeze this in. But I think a phone is a necessity what everyone keeps in their handbag. Again, certainly for me, but again, if I'm wearing jeans or big puffy coat, I do tend to just shove it in my pocket. Whereas if it's more of like a day trip out to like a theme park or to Warwick Castle where me and Mitch go to quite a lot, this tends to live in my handbag, possibly in the front pouch, and it's easier for me to grab if somebody needs to ring or text me. But a phone is the first thing which you need to keep in your bag. And I think we're just going to go through the back section first, and quite a lot, there's a lot of stuff in there. So first thing I'm going to pull out is a lighter. This isn't mine, I do not smoke. I think this is one of Mitch's which has been left in here again if we went to Warwick Castle. He doesn't carry obviously men don't carry bags, Mitch doesn't. He's never got big enough pockets, so I always have to shove his shit in my bag. Try and bleep that out. But no, I always do carry a lighter because he does smoke from time to time, but he's currently going back to vaping, so he probably isn't going to need this anymore. So that is what I think of the lighter. It can now go straight in the bin, but I always do carry a lighter or sometimes his vape juice in my bag as well, just then he doesn't have to shove it all in his pockets and lose everything. So digging next, I have a concealer. I have no idea why it is a tester one. I think this might be one of my mum's, which I've absolutely nabbed. But no, a concealer is always a must in my bag because I get a very oily mess, especially on my chin and on my nose. So if I ever need to like just quickly shove some on, it's easy to just pull out of my bag and I do tend to use this quite a lot. I do carry concealer everywhere I go. I think I've got one in my car, I've got one in my gym bag, and I've got one in my handbag because a girl needs concealer. I certainly do, to just touch up my makeup from time to time and just make sure it's looking on par for when I need to go out. So yeah, and this is just one of my Rimmel Lasting Radiance concealer, which I just use. Moving on to powder. Again, I don't know how I've managed to smash this within the past 1 minute. But yeah, a powder, again, it's part of makeup. As I said, I get oily, so a bit of concealer, bit of powder, put it on, done, out the door. Don't have to panic when I'm out about getting oily, because I always know that I keep powder and a makeup brush in my bag, because it's just something I've always done since I was at the age of 16. Like, if we're going out, I can just like literally just do this when we're out and about, especially if we're out along a beach or something. The wind against my skin really makes me dry or oily, so I always need to make sure I have something in my bag makeup wise which I can quickly just put on and put back in my bag. So I always make sure that I carry some powder. And then what else do we have in here? There's actually so much stuff, and literally I'm just quite shocked what I have in here. But if we stay along the kind of line of makeup, I also have eyelash glue. Now, I won't be needing this recently because I've recently got eyelash extensions, if I can get my words out. But when I either wear, obviously when I wear falsies or individuals, I do tend to keep an eyelash glue in my bag, only because if it's a night out or again we're going out and the eyelash pops off, or usually I have like the corner bits just pop up, so I always tend to make sure I take an eyelash glue with me, or some sort of glue. Obviously eyelash glue is preferable, but I know once I have put a different glue in my bag and I actually stuck my eyelash down with it, but then I did notice and I was able to rip the eyelash off in time. But no, eyelash glue is always something essential for me, because when I get eyelash extensions, I tend to have no eyelashes left at the end, and my eyelashes are very fair as well, so I always do tend to put on falsies, and this baby does come in handy, so I always need to make sure that this piece of magic is in my bag as well. And what I do tend to have as well is a scrunch. I love scrunchies. Again, if I'm wearing a bun or a ponytail, I just want to shove my hair up, the scrunchie is always a really, really good idea. I always do tend to match this to my outfit, and funny enough today it kind of does go with the grey on my jumper. But no, a scrunchie is always important, because again, if I'm going to the gym, I take the handbag with me, or again, if I'm out and it's windy, I can literally just shove this on, pop it up, and boom, my hair is up in a messy bun, as it kind of is today. But no, I think every girl kind of carries a scrunchie. I know most of my friends do carry a scrunchie in their bag, or like have some in their cars, they can just whip their hair up. But I think it's just something easy and us girls just tend to use. But no, a scrunchie is always kept in my handbag. And then I have, oh, I didn't realise I had these in here, tampons. Tampons and sanitary towels are always a must, even though this one is covered in makeup, which is lovely. But no, you never know when it's going to be that time of month, or if you're poorly, that you are going to come on. So I always make sure that I have tampons or sanitary towels in my bag, because what you don't want is to go out and then you have a little bit of an accident. That is literally the worst thing ever. I think it has happened to me once in the past, but I've just forgot to put these in my bag, and it has happened. And let me tell you now, it's literally the worst feeling knowing that you've started and you've literally got nothing to like use. So tampons are always carried in my handbag. It's just something I tend to do. And then quite useful for Tegan, who is my sister, because she doesn't tend to carry them. So sometimes when we're out, she's like, oh, do you have a tampon? I'm like, I sure do. Whack it out, and then she uses that. But no, I feel like tampons I do need to keep, because hence, again, you never know when you're going to start. It could be any day of the month. Sometimes you come on early, sometimes you start late, you do not know. So tampons are literally so important to me to keep in my handbag. And the last bit in this compartment which I have is a pen and some bobby pins. So I literally always carry a pen, because you literally never know when you're going to need it. I remember when I was in college all the time, and I only ever kept a notebook in my bag and never a pen, and the amount of times I either got in trouble for it, or I just needed it, I didn't have one, it was an issue. So now I'm getting older, it is literally so important to me to keep a pen, because you never know when you're out if you need to like write down a number, if you bump into someone, if you need to pick up a party to write it down, or just anything important. A pen is always important, even though most of the time I do make notes on my phone. But again, my phone just takes so long sometimes to just type the password, access it, so a pen and paper is so much quicker for me. So I always do keep a pen in my bag. And then bobby pins as well is very important, only because I have a lot of hair. This hair is not easy to put up, it wasn't too bad today, but I've literally got so much hair, I literally need to keep so many bobby pins in my bag. I've got so many more in here, but I cannot be bothered to literally pick them all up. But again, as I said, whack the hair up in a messy bun, in a ponytail, clip a few bobby pins in, you're ready, you're sorted to go. Or if you're in the car and you just can't be bothered, shove these in your hair and nobody will know that you struggled to put your hair up for the last 10 minutes. But bobby pins are always important to me as well to keep in my bag. To the middle compartment, there's not actually that much in here, which I thought there would be. So the thing I have in there is a comb, because this fringe is not easy to keep this straight, because most of the time it is either double the size or it is an absolute annoyance to keep like this. So I think this is actually one of Mitch's combs, which I've literally just grabbed, or it's been in my bag for quite a while. But a comb is always important because I can actually comb up my fringe and the size of my hair in case it's a little bit messy. But I always do keep a comb or a hairbrush of some sort in my handbag. Sort of lines as a comb or a hairbrush is hairbands. I literally keep so many in my bag because, again, hair becomes a problem. If I'm hot, if I'm aggy, the hair's in the way, shove it up in a bun, shove it up in a ponytail and you're done. So I don't actually know what these hairbands are actually called, but I prefer these ones so much to the elasticated ones, because these ones actually damage your hair so much. My hairdresser's been saying to me, you should not be using elasticated hairbands to do tight buns because it just causes dead ends and split ends and all this. So she then pointed me in the direction of these ones, and I'm not going to go back. These ones are literally one of my favourites. I do have to put 2 or 3 in because my hair, again, is an absolute pain when I need to put it up. So I do tend to grab quite a few of these and just wrap them around each other. But I always carry hairbands in my bag, because if you're on a night out, if you're somewhere windy, shove the hair up with some hairbands. Last compartment. So of course the main thing which I have to keep in my bag is my purse. So again, this varies. I do tend to go for a full size purse, as you can see, whereas I know other people go for like the half ones, or the small little card holders which you can put your cards in, which I may have to purchase soon, because when I go out I don't tend to always have change on me. I'm literally a girl who always pays by card, and literally one of those to carry around with your ID and your card and any Tesco club cards which you have is literally so much easier than just carrying this round, because this often gets in the way. But again, inside is just what you usually have. So I've got all my cards here. I've got a picture of me and Mitch just here, what you can see, and then just all my stuff in here, like my nail card, my Gucci vouchers for stuff, and then all my coins are kept in there. But no, I always do carry this purse. I've had this purse for like 3 or 4 years now, because I did purchase this from Berlin when me and Mitch went all those years ago. But I am due for an upgrade because the Michael Kors here is starting to come off. So I do need to buy myself a new purse. So Valentine's Day is coming up, so I might do the odd hint to Mitch. But no, or I might actually buy when I get paid, it all depends. But no, this baby is always carried with me. I never leave it. Sometimes I do, and I do panic. I have lost this a few times and it's in the most obvious place. I think once it was like underneath my pillow, or I've taken my bank card out, left my bank card around and I can't find it, and then Mitch calls me an absolute melon at the end of it because it's in the most obvious place. But no, I do tend to keep everything in here because then I know it's all together and I'm not going to lose it. And I think the final thing which I keep in my bag is a straw. Now, everyone knows that when I go out and wearing lipstick, I hate drinking from a can or a glass literally without a straw, because it's a pain. All my lipstick comes off and I cannot be bothered to reapply. So I always make sure that I carry a straw. Beforehand, it was a lot of plastic straws, but I thought, save the turtles, I'm going to go and buy all these paper straws and keep them in my bag, because I feel like when we go out and I always ask for a straw, I do irritate most of the bar staff because they're so busy, but literally I always need a straw. So I always make sure I do carry them. Quite shocked I only have one. I usually have like 4 or 5 in here. And when I do go out with the girls, they do often use them as well, because again, we all wear lipstick when we go out. We want to look good, and the only way we're going to look good is if we drink our drinks through a straw, because if not, all this is coming off and there is no point of applying it. So that's why I always make sure one of these babies is kept in my bag at all times. So I'm literally just going to pop that back in there now. So then the next night out when I go, I know that there's one going to be in here. So let's just make sure of that. But yeah, that is now my whole bag completely empty. But I thought I would sit down with you today and just quickly show you what I have in my handbag. So yes, I hope you guys have really enjoyed this video. I've enjoyed filming it, as I said, and I have so much more content coming up for you guys, which I know you're going to enjoy, because I know I've enjoyed making it and also editing all the videos and all my thumbnails for you. But no, I will see you guys very soon in my next video. Don't forget to hit that like button down here and the subscribe button. We are very close to 150 subscribers, and fingers crossed we will get that by the end of January. So thank you again, and I will see you very, very soon. Bye guys.